Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
We're going to be doing a review of Pikesville Rye. Josh is quite fond of this. I have never had it. He made as bold a statement as to say it is his favorite rye that he has had. And that's a pretty bold statement, so it has a lot to live up to, in my opinion. Pikesville Rye is a Heaven Hill product. It's coming in around $49.95 in our area. Call it $50 for a bottle. Historically, it goes all the way back. It was originally produced in Maryland in the 1890s. Then, during Prohibition, it pretty much wiped out the Maryland rye whiskey producers. Prohibition really put the kibosh on everybody except for just those few distilleries that were able to continue producing for medicinal purposes only. So now it is made by Heaven Hill. It's a Kentucky-made rye now. They try to stick with the mash bill, I guess, that they determined was comparable to the original mash bill. It may be. I'm sure those folks have the ability to research and develop stuff that's very similar to the original products that came out of
people.
Yeah, smarter than us. They came out of Maryland. So it is aged in extra aged barrels. I don't really know what that entails. Are they an older barrel? Is it just because they age at approximately 6 years? Is that why? I don't really know the answer to that. This is coming in at 110 proof. It's a little hot. So we're going to see what it is on the nose and palate. Anything to add?
Well, usually we don't like to add water to ryes because it usually makes the flavor not so pleasant.
Right.
And at 110 proof, and I've tried it a few times, you don't need to add water.
You can see.
It's a little hot, but I think the flavor is wonderful.
I'm curious. I'm anxious to try it.
Because I think I built it up too much. He's going to be like, it's not that good.
Yeah. It's got actually a pleasant rye nose, but it's not a strong rye nose.
It's a lot of caramel.
Huh. There's some vanilla in there.
Yep.
Like vanilla bean. Some caramel, but not that
pungent rye.
Peppery rye.
I almost think that we just did some Elijah Craig, and I almost feel that smelled more like rye.
Yeah. Wow. It's got a good color. It has a good color. Nice dark.
And you did say it's aged 6 years.
6 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little bit reluctant to buy it because it was like $50-ish for a rye. Seems a little high. But all the reviews on it are really good. And I think we had some comments. People suggested we try it. So.
Oh, yeah. And here it even says 6 years. At least 6 years. And it affirms, Heaven Hill Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's got a really good nose.
Caramel. Some little bit of barrel in there. Surprisingly, for 114 proof,
I'm not gonna hold
or 110 proof, it's not real. It's not real strong on the nose. Like some of those high proof alcohols, when you nose them, it just really grabs it stings you. It deadens.
It's like smelling rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, that's really pleasant.
A lot of vanilla.
Yeah, a lot for a rye. Mm-hmm. It's characteristically similar to like a wheated vanilla, high vanilla note. Huh.
What if they just did a wheated bourbon and called it rye?
Fooled us all.
Let's give it a try.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. There's that rye.
Yep, it's there. Gonna get the palate adjusted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that rye punch, but it's For 110 proof, it's pretty soft.
Got some heat though, for sure.
It does. Yeah. I got a really strong clove, orange rind kind of peel, that zesty kind of
citrus
orange.
peel, yeah. Yeah, it's almost sour.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like tart.
Yeah.
Orange peel is good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good descriptor for sure.
Yeah, that rye
I almost smell orange now when I smell it.
Subliminal messaging works.
That'd be good in an old fashioned.
Yeah, I bet it would. Because for a long time, I would prefer rye in my old fashions.
Yeah. Went through a lot of Rittenhouse doing that.
Oh man, did we drink a ton of Rittenhouse. And then I went through a phase where I really enjoyed Maker's Mark, that sweet bourbon. And now I'm kind of on the other side now. I really am enjoying the Wild Turkey 101 in my mixed cocktails.
Which is probably like a happy medium between the two.
I think so. Too sweet, because you're already adding simple syrup and the bitters and everything. So super sweet. I don't know. I like the rye kick from the Wild Turkey. That would make a good cocktail. Did you make any at home yet with this?
I don't think so.
Now that your bar is up and running with all your...
Usually when I make cocktails, I don't like to use... I use like the cheaper whiskeys because I feel like, you're muddling the flavor a little bit. It's hard for me to get a good whiskey to
do that. That's
my shoe.
That's a shoe on the chair.
I swear.
I promise you. I used to feel that way.
I don't know why. I should probably use good whiskey in my cocktails. But
after I watched that interview with Julian Van Winkle, and he was saying they use their pappies for cocktails, and he's like, the better the whiskey, the better the cocktail.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
There's a lot of truth to that. It's like, what's that saying?
I've used, like Woodford Reserve.
That's a good whiskey.
That's good whiskey.
We use that a lot in the mint juleps.
Yeah. I guess I use medium range of whiskeys, not like bottom shelf, but
it's hard to grab a top shelf whiskey that you have, or like, hey, let's make a rusty nail. Let's grab the Johnny Walker Blue, since a rusty nail is a Scotch cocktail. I don't think I'd want to do that with the Johnny Walker Blue, but
because it's so good by itself.
It was a very well balanced Scotch.
Or most, a lot of the whiskeys that I wouldn't want to put in a drink. That's why. Because I like them neat.
Yeah, to experience
with a little bit of water.
Because it's about the profile and the flavor and the history and all that. That is a pleasant rye.
Yeah.
I'd have to say it's kind of comparable to the Kentucky Owl Rye.
11 years, so
it's 11 years, so it's got more of those oak tannins and the characteristics, but it's a twice aged rye. But
yeah, it'd be fun to try those against something like a Rittenhouse, which I really like too.
Yeah,
and see, because Rittenhouse is only $20-something.
Yeah, it's a really readily available. Is this pretty readily available, Pikesville?
Yeah, it has been around here.
Okay,
I've seen it.
Okay,
not in every liquor store, but around.
Okay, so it's pretty available. Somewhat expensive for a rye, $50.
But then like Kentucky Owl is 100 and something.
Yeah, 125 for rye. Yeah, 125.
So I think with an age statement, you're gonna pay more money.
Yeah, I agree.
A little
That's
bit.
true.
For me, it's worth the price. I don't know about for you.
I would say, that's a nice rye. I actually really enjoy it. It's not Dad's hat.
Oh, that stuff's horrid.
And it's won so many awards. I do not get that at all. I don't understand that at all. But I digress. We hope everyone out there is enjoying our channel. If you have some suggestions, put them in the comments. We just did a review of Elijah Craig for one of our subscribers that said, hey, could you guys please do a review of Elijah Craig? I drink it all the time. I'd like to compare your guys' palate and what tasting notes you get compared to mine. And I'm sure he'll be watching and drinking while we do that review. So if If you guys have suggestions, please put them below. Remember to like and subscribe. And hit the bell notification if you want to get notified by a little beep or a bell icon. And we put out new videos every single Saturday. Anything else to add?
No, it's good. It's if you can find it and afford it, it's a good rye.
I agree, and I'm not a really
you don't like
big
rye
rye guy, but I'm kind of changing my palate.
The nose is super good.
It is, and it opens up even more as it sits. I still, for me, wouldn't add water.
No,
for me, rye and water don't mix.
And for 110 to not add water, it, like he said, it's still smooth. It's not.
It is
super hot. So
yeah, it's very approachable.
I was surprised. I was kind of on the fence thinking.
It was going to be.
It's not going to be as good as everyone says because, like he said, that dad's hat. I mean, I looked for that forever. I finally got it, and
yeah, we traveled. We went on a road trip to get those bottles.
And it was not good, but this is delicious. So
it is.
If you see it, pick it up. Yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
With all those notes, as always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons
any way you like.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.